Hi, welcome to ERC Tipsnology. In this video, I will show you how to use a 16 by 2 LCD with Arduino Uno. I will be using Autodesk Tinkercad to do this, and the first step that you should do is to click on Designs and then click on New, click on Circuit. After that, just wait for Tinkercad to set it up, and then if it is here now, then click Closed here, and then look for Arduino. After that, you can go down here and there's a ready-made uh, program and connection using an LCD here so that it will be more easy for you to develop your project. Now you click it and put your mouse in the middle of the screen, and then you will see here that our LCD ground is connected to GND, and then we have here VCC connected to 5 volts here on the lower side of the Arduino, and we have SDA connected to the SDA of Arduino. SDA means serial data. And then we also have SCL, which is connected to SCL of Arduino. So SCL means serial clock, and this is used for synchronous clock in between a master and slave device. SDA stands for serial data, and this is used for data exchange between the master and the slave device. And the master device will initiate communication with a slave device, and it requires a slave device address to initiate this conversation. But here, you will just simply connect the SDA to the SDA of Arduino Uno and SCL to the SCL of Arduino Uno. Now that you have it done, we will look on the code and click on Code Blocks Text. Continue. Now, from the code, we will be editing this so that it will do what we want it to do. But for the meantime, let's see what this code will do. Let's start the simulation and click on code. And you will see here that the LCD is displaying hello world, and then it's counting up. Now, what we want to do is to simply display a message on our LCD, and I will be showing you how we will edit this code so that we will be displaying what we want it to display. So let's stop the simulation and go to the code. And in line 1, you will see here include Adafruit liquid crystal.h. This is the library that we need to download from the internet so that the LCD will be working. And on the third line here, we have a variable seconds, and this is used for counting up, but we don't need it in what I want to do. So I'll be deleting that, and we will keep the other fruit liquid crystal LCD 0 here. And we have on number 3 or number 4 void setup. I'll be adjusting the curly bracket here. Number 5, we have LCD1 begin 16 by 2. This is the number of columns that we have. So 16, it means we have 16 columns and we have 2 rows. And then we have on line number 7, I'll just put it on line number 6 to print the message. But what I'll do is I'll be transferring this message in another part of our program on under the loop. And that's what we have in the setup. Now in the void loop, I'll move the bracket here, and we will print the message welcome, welcome to, and then we have to put this after setting up the position of our cursor. So if we want to display this on the first column, we will be using 0 on this part. Then this means that it will be displayed on column 0, and the row will be row 1. Now for the LCD, the first column is starts from 0, and the last column will be not 16 but 15. And for the rows, we have row 0 for the first row and row 1 for the second row. So this means this number 1 here does not mean row 1 really, but it means row 2. So this is the column 0, row 1, but this will be like first column and second row. Now the welcome to will be starting to be displayed on column column 0. And if we count this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 characters. So if you want, you can move it a little in the middle by counting the characters as we have done here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It means 5 on the left side of the middle and 5 on the right side of the middle. So the middle part of 16 is 8. So let's say 7. So that will be the middle. And if we move 5 steps to the left, that would be 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That will be column 3. So the welcome to message will be displayed on column 3, from column 3, which is actually the fourth column. And then we will be removing this part. And then we have here LCD1 set backlight 1. We can keep it. And then we have a delay of 500. We can cancel the delay for now because we just want to display the message welcome to. Now, if I check the code, start simulation, click it. Let's see if it will be shown. So it's showing welcome to, but it's on the second row. So what I'll do is I'll go to the code and I'll put here 0. So it should be 3, so that it will be column 4, or the fourth column is column 3, and the first row is row 0. So if you want to start from the first row and the fourth column, this is what you do: 3, 0. Let's start it again. So that's it. You will see the message welcome to. Now let's stop the simulation and go back to our code, and let's try doing another one. So let's say that I make the LCD backlight to 0. Let's see the effect. So that's it. It's now blurred. It's not showing any light. So what we do is, from the beginning, we we can delete this, and it means by default the LCD will be on. So let's start again. So we don't need to put the LCD off, but if you want to turn it off, then you can put the uh, light off. But before we do that, we can have a delay of, for example, 3 seconds, so 3000. And the command delay must be small letters, delay 3000, so that after displaying welcome to, it will be turning off the light. So let's start the simulation. So you will see here it's displaying welcome to just for 3 seconds, and then the light will be off. Now, if you want to remove your message, we can also display something here before it turns off the light. We can make it blank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so that it will be blank. Let's start again. So after 3 seconds, our message will disappear. That's it. So let's see. It did not disappear. Let's move the cursor on the same position before we displayed it. So what I'll do is, after the delay, I will position the cursor again on the fourth column, first row. Let's start the simulation. welcome to, and then after 3 seconds, it must be erased. So it's erased. Now, it's displaying again because the loop is displaying the message again. So that's why it will be displayed again after a while. Now, if we want, we can delay the display for another 3 seconds so that it will be gone for 3 seconds and it will appear again after 3 seconds. Let's start the simulation. So it will say welcome to or display welcome to, and then it will be gone only for 3 seconds, and then it will loop. It will start the program again. But when it starts again, you see that the LCD is gone. Therefore, we can turn on the LCD prior to the display here. So we can put the backlight 1 before we start the display. So I'll put it here, and instead of 0, I'll put 1. Now we start the simulation code. So it will turn on the light, backlight, display the message for 3 seconds, remove the message, and turn off the backlight. Oh, it did not turn off the backlight, so we will turn off the backlight before the delay. So I'll put the turning off of the message here. All right, so let's do it again. Code. So it will display welcome to, and then it will be there for 3 seconds. It will be erased, and the complete message, all the messages will be gone. Now let's copy the message and put another one here. Uh, let's position the cursor first. Let's say that I want to put the message here, ERC Tipsnology. So you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's exactly 16. So what I'll do is I'll put here 0 so that it will be starting at column 0, and the row will be on row 0. So this means this is the first column, and this will be the first row also. So let's see if our message is there. But then I forgot we need to erase this also. So what I'll do is I'll go here, and then I'll paste the same message, but instead of putting ERC Tipsnology, I'll put the 16 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's start the simulation. It will display welcome to ERC Tipsnology. Oh, it's shown on row 0, so I have to show it on row 1. So row 1, we have to put it on the second row. So I'll put here the cursor 3, 1. Of course, the message here will be, oh sorry, 3, 0 here, and this will be 0, 1. Okay, so this is 0, 1. Let's try it again. Start code. It will display welcome to ERC Tipsnology, and then after 3 seconds it will be off. That's it, and it will be repeated continuously. So this is the solution to using a an LCD and how to display a message. Now you can use this to start your project with a welcome message, what the project is all about, or if you want to use the LCD to display anything you like, as long as it will appear on 2 rows and 16 columns. Now let's look at the code again. So again, the line 1 is necessary for our library header file. The second line is also necessary. But the name here, LCD1, you can change it to a name that you want. So for example, I can use just letter L instead of that. And all of the names here We'll be using letter L for all the LCD1 so that it will be shorter. So I'll put here L for all of the LCD1 that I used here. Make my program shorter. So this will be L, this will be L, and so on until we reach the last one. So this is L. Again, this is just an example on how to control or how to use LCD with Arduino Uno. So let's try it again. Start the simulation if it is still working. Yes, it's still working. Welcome to ERC Tipsnology. But we did not use the original code that was shown before. So that's it. Let's see the code again. And let's make it shorter here. So we have the setup where I set the number of columns and number of rows for our LCD. And then here we turned on the backlight. And then here we position our cursor on column 3, row 1, which is also the fourth column and the first row. And then I displayed my message, welcome to. Again, you have to count how many characters you have. So in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So divide it by 2, that's 5, and then subtract it from the middle position of your 16 columns. So that would be on the 8, and then go back 5 times. That's why the position here is 87654. So I placed my welcome to on number 3, which is actually the fourth column of our LCD. And then for my second message, I put it on row 1, which is actually the first row, or not first row, which is actually the second row. So I'll put the comment here, second row, because second row means row 1, and the first row means row 0. So the first row, welcome to, means it's on column 3, row 0, but it's actually fourth column, first row. So the second message is on column 0, row 1, but it's actually the first column and second row. So that's the way we call it, because our row starts from 0 and our column also starts from 0. So the last column instead of 16 will be 15, and the last row instead of 2 will be 1. So we have row 0 and row 1 and column 0 up to column 15. And it means that you can position your message anywhere you like as long as it will fit the LCD columns and rows. Now, this part is used so that we can erase the message welcome to selectively. You can do that by using the same column or row that you used for your message before you display this blank uh, or spaces. And then on the line 17, same thing. I want to delete my message, ERC Tipsnology. So I put it on the same uh, columns and rows that column and row that I used for ERC Tipsnology. And then I turned off the backlight by using this command, backlight 0. And then I put a delay of 3000. Again, for the last time, let's start the simulation. And you will be seeing the output of our simple project to use the LCD. So that's it. I hope you understood how to use a 16 by 2 LCD with Arduino Uno. Of course, this is just a simulation, but if you bought or purchased the necessary hardware like Arduino Uno and the LCD that we used here, then you will just be copying the codes that I have given to you or that I have given you, and you will be able to do it. Thank you so much. I hope that you will subscribe, like, and share this video towards our goal to reach 1,000 subscribers. Have a nice day.